Here's the deal. Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra has hit the stores. It has hit the mailboxes. It has hit your doors. It has hit my hand, and it's heavy and a big old giant camera. And that camera is what we are here to talk about today. There's been a lot of rumors that there's instability. It doesn't autofocus. It takes crappy pictures and all that other stuff. I want to take all of that and put it out of our brains. It no longer exists. And I want to just look at some photos that I've taken with my Note 10 Plus and my Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra. Let's do a quick little comparison, and I want you to decide whether or not this phone, this smartphone camera, is worth it. The first picture is just me, and this is regular selfie mode, not 40 megapixel front-facing camera. You can't really tell much of a difference, maybe a little bit bluer in the bottom one, which is the Ultra, and the top one, which is the Note 10 Plus. We have a couple videos here, and go ahead and take a look at this video and see if you can tell which is different.
Moving, motion, and we are in the wind. So testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Now here is another picture. Again, Note on top, Ultra on the bottom. Absolutely no super major enhancements, no 108 megapixels activated here. So this is just 12 megapixels against 12 megapixels. Nothing too crazy, nothing too exciting. And the pictures look pretty much the same. This is a video of me sitting there chilling, the same exact scene, didn't leave the tripod, and it's a screenshot of what actually I see when I'm activating the different lenses. So there's a lot of excitement there. Here is another picture, and most of the pictures I took were on a 4:3 aspect ratio. I wanted to stay very consistent. So if you go ahead and look at the Ultra on the bottom, the Note 10 at the top, you can see clearly that the Ultra on the bottom, the sky looks a little bit more defined and a little bit more blue. And I do definitely like that. So we're gonna go ahead and look at that same picture, and we're gonna zoom in a little bit. This is a 30 times zoom on the boat that's out there. And now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take at 100 times zoom, which is pretty insane. This is a quick little video of me doing the Ultra zoom, and you can actually see how I got up that close. It is kind of hard. Any slightest move will actually make you jump all over the place, so you got to be careful. Here's another picture I took. This is just the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra. Typical Florida picture, don't feed or molest the alligators. So you kind of get used to signs like that when you're living in Florida. Moving on to picture number 10. One thing I will point out is the bottom of the Ultra, I think, took my picture on my face and made it a little bit more sharper, whereas the top, the Note 10 Plus, left it kind of foggy, and the Samsung is known to do that. Again, it comes down to personal preference. My personal preference is obviously the bottom, the Ultra looks better because I think it does. Same thing happened right here. The top is more foggy, like there's some noise in the picture, where the bottom is a lot more clear. And this is me having the cameras, the lenses bumped up right next to each other. So the point of view is off a slight. It's not identical, but I do the best that I can. I know you guys have seen this scene before. It's me standing at my back door of my screened-in back porch, looking at the backyard. This is probably about 4 in the morning when I let the dogs outside. The top is the Note, which was impressive until I saw the Galaxy S20 Ultra. And if you zoom in on that, like we're gonna right now, the light coming from across the way, couple houses down, actually looks more natural, whereas on the Note it looks a little bit more artificial. So I think it handled night mode pretty good. Here's a little picture of my puppy right there. He's the love of my life, and if you had a Doberman, he would be the love of your life as well. Here we have Play-Doh looking at me with his adorable cute ears. Those ears will get him anything in the world. Hugs, kisses, treats, half of my dinner. I don't care. When he lifts those little ears up, I just absolutely melt. It comes down to personal preference. I don't really think that picture is a great subject, but it was my cute, adorable little puppy, so I had to make sure to go ahead and share it with you. I had to go back out and take some more pictures today. I was actually really blessed because I was swarm by a whole bunch of these. I think these are egrets that came all over the place. And it was really cool because they were used to people, so they weren't scared of me. So I was able to sit down and put the camera right there, and they could get some really good videos. So you can go ahead and take a look and see which one do you think looks better. The Note on this was in 4K and the Ultra was in 1080p. So that's something to consider. It wasn't matched up spec for spec on that one, so I do apologize. But it's pretty cool to see the comparison. I think that Note did really, really well, and I also think that the Ultra did a great job too. This is a comparison of the Note versus me maxing out the megapixels with the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra. So which one looks better to you? The Note 10 Plus looks good. It looks solid. If I didn't have the Ultra, I wouldn't think that there was anything wrong with the picture. I wouldn't think it could get any better. But the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra is telling me, yes, this picture can get better. And if you can look, it's sharper, it's cleaner, it's crisper. It has legit a crispy look to it. Here we are back at the don't feed or molest the alligators. So what we have here is a 10 times zoom, right? Just regular. 12 megapixel, 16 megapixel. Now here is the same picture a second ago, except zoomed in on the water. Now I want you to go ahead and take a look at this. The top is the Note 10 Plus. The bottom is of course the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra. The water, as far away as it is actually much cleaner, much crisper, which is nice. Here's a quick little video, me walking to my car. Listen to the audio, look at the picture, let me know which one you think is better. Walking, the one on the right, moving now, is the Samsung Galaxy Ultra. The one on the left, moving now, is the Note 10 Plus. That way I don't get confused, because for some reason my Galaxy devices are naming the photos on both phones the exact same thing. So go figure. Here we are walking, front facing video. Here's me leaving the little park. Which picture do you think looks better? Look at the skies, look at the trees, look at the noise in the air. Is it a little foggy? Is there a little hint of like mist or dust? Or is it kind of all coming in clear to you? Let me know what you think. This is a nice little bench that was given to the fine people of Gulfport from the Flamingo home tour, I believe. Which one looks better to you? So we're actually gonna use our zoom in just a second, and we're gonna zoom in on that little inscription there. So let's go ahead and take a look. You can clearly see this isn't the camera zooming in. This is me zooming in on that little plaque. And obviously the Ultra came in a lot cleaner, a lot clearer. Flower in my backyard, took the picture side by side. Now, one thing I will point out, the Note 10 took a good wide picture and it kept a lot of stuff in focus. And then the stuff on the side was kind of a little out of focus, which makes for a good picture. But if you look at the Ultra, it was able to pick up the focal point and the subject, and it created naturally kind of like a macro shot, and everything else was kind of bokeh off to the side. And I love this shot. It really demonstrates the power of this camera. Here is my little Android guy. You've probably seen him in a lot of videos as of recently. Which one do you think looks better? The top Note 10 Plus or the bottom Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra? Both set at super duper 4K HD, as high as it humanly can go. The coloring, I look a little off in the Galaxy Note 10 Plus, where I think I look a little bit more natural in the Samsung S20 Ultra. If I have to pick, do I want to look a little altered to look better for the camera, or do I want to look a little bit more natural? I'm going to go with I want to look a little bit more natural. So it's a personal preference. Here is a portrait mode, just regular portrait. As you can see, the Ultra really created more of a bokeh effect, and I definitely had the blur effect turned all the way up in both pictures. Here's another picture I took. You're wondering, how did I take that? Well, I was using the timer. I think that's a very underused feature. Definitely start using timers, take good pictures, have some fun. It's really easy to use, especially with Samsung. You need 5 seconds to go ahead and set it, strike your pose, and have a little bit of fun. The Ultra is really coming in on top on these stills. It's really coming in on top on the videos. I know that there's an autofocus issue, but the only people that have an issue that are complaining about it are tech YouTubers, people that follow tech YouTubers that are easily influenced by the influencers. But I'm here to tell you, I am not one of those people. I enjoy this phone. I don't mind the autofocus. What I love for it to be is snap happy as on the Note 10? Yes. But I think that there's more processing and image data interpretation going on because there's more cameras. I think Samsung needs to come out, they need to give a statement, or they need to give an update to fix this. So if you liked the video, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, well, that's your problem, not mine. And if you really want to see more of me and you want to get notified when more content is coming out, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and if you really want to pay me the ultimate compliment, share my content with your friends and family on social media. For the love of tech, until next time, namaste.